Hey everyone, so at the time I'm recording this, it's actually the morning after the Penguins' huge 3-2 overtime win over the Los Angeles Kings at PPG Paints Arena. I actually just raced home from the gym. I have to grab a shower and then I have to hit the road and travel for my real job. But before I do that, I wanted to sneak in a debrief in brief episode here today because there's been a lot of talk about structural changes for the Pittsburgh Penguins, systematic reasons why the Penguins enjoyed success against the stingy Los Angeles Kings last night. Were the Penguins disciplined with the puck for most of the game? Yes, they were. Did they play a stop and start game most of the night? Yes, they did. Were they good with their line changes? Yes. Did they get timely saves from Nedeljkovic? Yes. But one of the biggest reasons why the Penguins enjoyed success against the Kings, they had great layers. Great layers on the offensive, in the offensive zone, off the forecheck, and they had great layers through the neutral zone as well. So key. Last night, at many points of the game, the Penguins made the Kings come through them. They made the Kings have to beat 5, 4, or 3 Penguins players. There were very few instances last night where the Kings were attacking 2 or 1 Penguins player. Layers were a big key in last night's game. We're going to cut right to the chase because time is of the essence for me this morning. We're going to go right to the film room and I'm going to show you what I mean by great layers for the Pittsburgh Penguins last night. The name of the game last night for the Penguins, layers through the neutral zone. Here's a good illustration of that. The Penguins get the puck in their end zone. Immediately, it's a bit of a flip out to the neutral zone. Here's Noel Acciari pressuring as F1. Anytime the puck goes D to D in the neutral zone, the forward on that side, that's this player here who's just off the screen, has a decision to make. Typically, when this puck goes D to D, if that forward can get there, Mike Sullivan gives him the freedom to go, and then this original F1 Acciari comes back through the middle. Last night, the Penguins were very, very patient about sending the forward on that side. We can see here the Penguins are back. They not only have a third layer that includes their 2D, but they have a second layer that includes their 2 forwards. And as a result, 3 LA players have to come through 4 Pittsburgh Penguins. And the only play for the Kings is a deposit like they do here. The Penguins get first touch and they have an opportunity now to exit the zone. This is really good layers in the neutral zone by the Pittsburgh Penguins. Not playing passive, but rather playing patient against a team that required that type of approach by the Penguins last night. Last night, the Penguins had layers in the neutral zone. They had layers in the offensive zone as well. That's what we're going to see in this clip. So the Penguins come up with the puck, okay? Watch Cody Glass. He goes for a line change, and Evgeny Malkin's 71 is going to come on. The Penguins get the puck in. There's 2 forwards, O'Connor and Beauvillier deep. So what I love is Malkin, who we see now, doesn't overextend. He stays high in the FanDuel Sports logo. That allows Ryan Graves to push forward and activate slightly with the good stick because he looks and sees Evgeny Malkin as a high F3. Graves recovers. Malkin stays patient. Beauvillier comes back, and here we are again. 3 Kings versus 4 Penguin players. They enter the zone, they get a wide shot, and the Penguins are back in good defensive posture. This might not seem like much, but over the course of a 60-minute hockey game, forcing the opponent to constantly have to come through you, multiple layers, is a great, great investment for a team like the Penguins. This is a lengthy clip. It's a really good sequence where the Penguins are going to get some offense, and you're going to see layers have a lot to do with it, specifically layers off of a line change. So the Penguins are in the offensive zone. Darcy Kempfer touches the puck off the Penguins' deposit. He sends it around the wall. Good job by Philip Tomasino to be on the defensive side of the puck. We've got a battle. Kings come up with it, and here we go. 2 forwards go for a line change. It's a real good time to change. Now watch what happens. The 2 players that come on, one of who is Drew O'Connor, are in great layers. They hustle off the bench to get into that second layer, which is real key. Great stick by O'Connor. And again, it's the Kings having to beat 4 Penguin players. Glass, O'Connor, and the 2D. The Penguins break the play up at their blue line. You might recall many episodes ago, we talked about Hockey Today being about dominating the 3-quarter ice game. That's what we see here. The Penguins win the 3-quarter ice game. They stop the play by their blue line. They advance it forward. Beauvillier, nice little stop up, entering the zone. Patient, doesn't throw it away, puts it down the wall. The Kings are hard to play against in these tight areas. But the Penguins went into the mud with the Kings last night and did more than hold on. Penguins get 3 deep because the Kings have 4 deep. Drew comes up with the puck. Nice release to the half wall. Release to the top to Grzelcyk, who had a good game. Shot gets blocked. The Penguins hustle to fill lanes, to be predictable for one another. Great look through the neutral zone. Nice scoring chance for Beauvillier. To me, a big key for this offensive sequence, once again, layers by the Pittsburgh Penguins. One of the keys to having great layers is not unnecessarily chasing the puck. Holding your layer, holding your lane, maintaining great posture. It's not about backing in, it's about being disciplined in pursuit, and that's what we see here. The Pens deposit the puck. I believe we have a line change. Spence, a young defenseman with great legs, has a lot of room at the beginning for the Kings, but he doesn't have a lot of room at the end because the Penguins come off of this line change, I believe, and they have great posture through the neutral zone. They make the Kings come through them. So all Spence can do is deposit this puck hard around. It doesn't even get there. It gets disrupted. Penguins get first touch. They send it along the wall. Now, they don't get out right away, but they stop. That's so key. Bunting wins a battle. Nice little play underneath. Great poise by Erik Karlsson. Great confidence here. He's got his eyes up. He's scanning. He shows us that great vision to Bunting on the weak side. Bunting almost connects. And then here's that great look. Bunting to Malkin on the back door late in the second period where if the Penguins cash in here, it's 2-2 at this point. But again, the Penguins get a nice look all because they have discipline with their layers. And then here when the Kings come up with it, Bunting does a great job reloading. Secondary hunt or back pressure from the other 2 forwards, including Malkin. And once again, stop the tape. It's 3 Kings versus 5 Pittsburgh Penguins players. Layers, structure, discipline helped lead to a key win last night. Another one of the distinct advantages of playing in layers is you take the opponent's options away. And that's what we see here in this clip. It's the third period. We're at almost the halfway point, 2-1 Kings. A lot of these clips feature second period and third period happenings. The second and third, the Penguins were real good with their layers. Matt Nieto deposits the puck here. Achari goes to forecheck. Notice Lizotte and Nieto, F2 and F3, they're above the puck. They're in good position. That allows the D to come forward a bit. Forwards come back. And the Penguins stay above the puck. They change one, Nieto for O'Connor. Here's O'Connor, fresh on the ice. And what I love here is when the Kings go D to D, you've got Lizotte coming to pressure the puck. You've got Achari coming back through the middle. And when the D looks up for the strong side quick up, what does he see? He sees Drew O'Connor. So he has to go back to his partner. And what the Penguins do here that's so important is they don't unnecessarily chase. They just stay above. They stay in layers. So the Kings, once again, they have to come through 1, 2, and 3 Penguin layers. And all the while, the Penguins are using this approach to make line changes and get fresh legs on, which is so key. Layers, a big element of the Pittsburgh Penguins win last night. The great coach Jacques Lemaire once said, "Why waste physical energy when you can use your brain?" The Penguins were very smart last night with their layers and with their decision-making in pursuit. They did not waste energy unnecessarily. I mentioned in the intro of today's Debrief in Brief that layers weren't the only reason why the Penguins had success. I thought one of the other keys for the Penguins, disciplined puck management for most of the game. It was actually the former Kings coach, Daryl Sutter. He used to tell his players this, NFANZ. I use this with my teams and my players. No F around neutral zone. That means if you don't have a play through the neutral zone, be simple and get it in, and get it into a good area. And that's what we see here. Here's the Kings with layers in the neutral zone. It was a bit of a chess match last night. Graves to Shea. Shea's got nothing, gets the line, puts it in. Penguins forecheck. Kings come up with it, and this is so key. Battle on the wall in the neutral zone. Where is Rickard Rakell? He stops on the defensive side. Anytime there's a battle on the wall in the neutral zone, youth hockey coaches, if you're watching, you got to get your players on the defensive side so that we have a chance to come up with the puck and attack together, which the Pens do here. They get tight. They're on the D side. They win the battle. Rakell to Crosby, and here's that elite play. Sidney Crosby to Matt Grzelcyk on the backside. Tie, ball game, huge goal. Sets the Pens up for the overtime win. And who gets the goal in overtime? The guy who does it right most of the night, especially here. The guy who stops on the D side to help, Rickard Rakell. It's funny how the game works. If you do it right enough of the time, at some point, you're going to get rewarded. Great win last night for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Layers had a lot to do with it. Okay, I got to hit the road. I appreciate everybody taking the time to join us today. Until the next time, enjoy Penguins hockey. Enjoy our great sport. It's the absolute best, especially when you win. It's awesome when you're winning. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next time.